Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a quick, super easy tutorial to make a little acetate purse that has, you know, depth to it. This is a 1-inch deep type of purse and then a little handle, and this is using my new AliExpress. These are actually knobs that I wanted to use them for, and then I also wanted to use them for this purse. I saw when I was doing that Lily's acetate bag the other day, I came across a purse version and she used screw-on studs, which is what these are from AliExpress. But again, they could be used as handles and they just screw into each other. So I'm gonna use my stash. Why not what I have? So this is 12 by 12 acetate. This is a thinner, this is more of those transparency film ones. I do like the thicker stuff, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna use the thinner stuff. So one side you're leaving 12 inches and then the other side cut down to 8 inches. So you're gonna have a 12 by 8 sheet of acetate. It's kind of hard to see any of this, I'm sure, on this bag. Okay, so on your 8-inch side, you are going to score at 1 inch and you're gonna score at 7 inches. I hate scoring acetate. I don't like the way it feels. It feels like it's moving, grinding. Okay, so you scored at 1 inch and 7 inches. And then you're gonna flip it to the 12-inch side and you're gonna score at 5.5 inches and 6.5 inches. And 6.5. Gosh, it feels so weird. We're going to need a 12-inch piece of paper and just cut it into 1-inch strip. And then I did go ahead and stitch around the edges of this just for, you know, for the looks. And then you could be done with your scoreboard. So now you have score lines. So turn your paper long ways and you're just gonna cut those 2 score lines up the 1 inch, and you're gonna have a little tiny square flap. Flip it and do the same thing to the other side. So now you're gonna go ahead and crease on all of your score marks, which are kind of, you gotta pay attention because this acetate will make you wanna go directions that you're not supposed to be going. So that, fold this little flap. And then I'm just gonna reinforce that now with my bone folder. Then you wanna fold on these 2 lines as well. So now your box is already like literally trying to shape itself, as you can see. Okay, so now you're gonna need your crocodile or hole puncher, and you're gonna want this inner flap, the tiny little square, the 1-inch square, to be on the inside, but you're gonna wanna kind of eyeball. You could use a pen and measure exactly where the center of a 1-inch square would be, but you know me and measuring. I'm just gonna stick it in what I think is the center, but make sure that you, if you're bad at this, don't do that because the holes won't line up. So they're, okay, so I punched a hole in this flap. It is a big giant rectangle, so you don't know how big that square is. I'm just eyeballing what I think it is. Again, you could use a little like marker tick or something and get it perfect, but that's how I do it. Okay, so you could just fold this in, the inner piece. Here's the outer and here's the other outer. It lines up pretty dang good. Again, if you're bad at eyeballing, use a pencil and pen or a little like nick in it. So these little basically studs come with the little knob and then the screw part, they go together. This side, you're gonna stick it in the little flap first, then either side next. Like so, and get your little screw and screw that on. Now the tutorial I saw, she did tighten it with a screwdriver. She made a like a vinyl pouch, just using the same type of method. I'm just using acetate, but it was super cute with the vinyl. Probably before you assemble this, you're gonna wanna hole punch both sides first. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Again, stick the inner piece on the inside, stick your screw one panel at a time onto the holes. So even if your holes are a little off, this kind of forces them together, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna screw that on. Okay, so now you have your little holes, you kind of have like a little box. These two pieces are easy. You can hole punch this after that's assembled on the bottom. Again, just get your hole punch, kind of eyeball it down and in the center. Same for the other side, flip it. But you're hole punching both layers. Okay, like so. And then this is where you're gonna get your strip. You can kind of just use your scissors to round it a little bit like you would ribbon at Christmas time. Get your hole punch. You're going to hole punch this again, centering it best you can. And I like the strap exposed on the outside of my bag like this, but you could easily, I don't know, maybe it would look good on the inside. You know what, I'm gonna do it on the inside on this one. Okay, so I'm sticking it on the inside. Again, get your screw, stick it in the paper piece and the two acetate pieces, and then just screw these on. Like so. You could easily cut another square panel like this. Before you start folding everything, stitch the two together, all three sides, and make it a shaker, and then stitch it shut, and then assemble your bag if you wanted to make it the shaker version. But this is just like a little box style purse tutorial. And you can even add these little studs to the bottoms and make it like, you know how fancy purses sometimes have the little feet on the purse? So yeah, possibilities definitely endless. All right, I will catch you guys on the next crafty video.